Okay, this is the new addition to the bus. I grew up with these when I was a kid. We didn't have central AC in our house. And I've been on the lookout for one of these. Just recently found one in a local Walmart. They do have them at Walmart online at walmart.com if you can't find one in your local store. But it's a little Holmes fan. Has high and low speed. Two 10-inch fans. It makes a huge difference in here. I had to turn on my main switch to get it going. I have everything for safety in here. But you can take the entire fan out of the window hole, reverse it, slide it right back in, and it'll act as an exhaust fan. Or you can have it like this right here, and it acts as a circulation fan and blows air in the bus. And like I say, for 10 watts and $22, something that fits a bus window exactly with no modifications, you can't beat it. We're going to put one in the front of the bus, one in the back of the bus on opposite sides. Should really circulate it in here and keep it nice and cool. I've only had it running a couple minutes today, and it got the hot air out of here really quick. But if you have a bus, I highly recommend one of these. It has a little accordion adjustment on one side, which will let you close up the extra gap in the window. And as you can see, it's a really nice fit. And like I say, it just sits in place. Nice and snug. 10 watts, 22 bucks. Run out and grab you one, it'll make a huge difference. Okay, today we're going to go through how we keep the bus cool and how we keep the bus warm. A lot of people's been asking about if we have AC and such. We don't do AC, but it doesn't really bother us too bad. We lived in Costa Rica for 3 years, didn't have any air conditioning. You get used to the heat. But if you try and always keep a crosswind in your bus, it'll keep it a whole lot cooler. And if you have it well insulated, that'll help keep it warm and cool. But as you can see behind the units here, I've made screens for the windows. And I have 4 on the driver's side, 3 on the passenger side. And the way I've done this is I took Gorilla Tape, because it sticks to almost anything, and I stuck it to one side of the screen, as you can see. And then I used double-sided Velcro to press to the opposite side of the screen. You can do this full width, but it's really not necessary. I conserve Velcro by splitting it in half. But what that does, it lets the adhesive from the Gorilla Glue grab to the adhesive of the Velcro, and it bonds the two together with the screen in between. I tried it with just Velcro, it wouldn't stick to the screen. So this way it really sticks well. And then I lined the edge of the window in Velcro. So they just Velcro into place, and you can let your windows up and down and get a breeze through that way. Keeps the bugs out. Simple screens, you don't have to get anything custom made with aluminum frames or anything like that. But we'll get back to the electric units, the gas unit. What I've done here is I just took a small fan. This is just a circulation fan. And I went to Harbor Freight, and I got a 50-pound, sorry about that, technical difficulty, my fault. But what I've done is get a 55-pound pull magnet from Harbor Freight. It's like $4. Comes with a hole already tapped in the middle. I put epoxy on the back of the magnet, epoxy on the bottom of the fan, put the magnet to the fan, ran the bolt through the middle, so therefore it's bolted and epoxy. And by doing that, I can now stick that fan anywhere in the bus. Anywhere the bus is metal, it'll hold to it. And this fan also tilts, so I can change direction, anything. So that's one way to make a nice breeze. We ran across this in the last video. This is a little bit better picture. I got better light in here today since I installed the sunroof. But that's the window fan. You can put one of these in each side of the bus, one in the front, one in the back, and it'll make a nice circulation. They run like 22 bucks. They're only 10 watts. They hardly draw any power. So that's really good when you're boondocking, don't have a shore plug. Speaking of boondocking and not having shore power, when we need heat, we use the Heater Buddy. These run off of small propane bottles. You can hook a large bottle up to them, but if you do that, you really need to use the filter, because the petroleum products out of the hose you use to connect it will mess up the ceramic filament on the front. It will slowly clog it, and it'll just ruin your Heater Buddy. So what I do is I just keep my large tank of gas. I refill my small bottles directly, no hose involved. So I don't need the filter. It stays nice and compact. I can't run it as long without the big tank, but really don't need to anyway. It heats up the small bus just fine. And that's for when we're parked still and don't have shore power. But when we have shore power, this is a little fan heater. I don't like using it unless we're plugged in. It draws 1500 watts, believe it or not. It's like plugging in a hot skillet. So really draws down batteries quick. So when we're plugged into shore power, we'll use this little guy, and believe it or not, it'll keep this whole bus warm. It has a heating element in it. It heats up. You turn on the fan, it blows hot air constantly. And we stayed out west, and it got well below 30 at night, and we never got cool as long as this little fan was running. But between these things and the screens on the windows, this is how we stay cool and warm in our bus, summer or winter, you know. But really worked out well. Love this window fan, really like those. I highly recommend those. I highly recommend the small plug-in heater, but I recommend being in shore power. The Heater Buddy you can't beat. They run like $70. Ours has lasted, this will be our second season coming up. Did fine all last winter. And these little fans are great because you can mount them anywhere. If you put the battery on the bottom, you can change position. The air coming out of it has 3 speeds. The only thing is it's 25 watts and it draws more power than the dual fan that goes in the window. But on a hot day it comes in handy. And we can stick it right over the bed, point it straight down. It's like having a miniature ceiling fan also. So keep that in mind. Just a little idea for you guys. And please stay tuned. Always trying to do something new to the bus, give y'all new ideas, what y'all can do. Please subscribe to Simple Life. Recommend this to your friends, and have a great day.